So, Oraxia, the Spiderframe, is real and she is here. After months of Steve feigning ignorance, she has finally seen the light of day. Let's take a look at what she can do. Her passive is Predator's Lurk, which makes you invisible for 8 seconds whenever you wall latch. Now, the invisibility does only last for 8 seconds, even if you continue wall latching, but you will remain invisible if you stop wall latching, and it won't be interrupted by shooting or using abilities. Her first ability is Mercy's Kiss. Casting this on an enemy will make you lunge at them with your spider legs and deal toxin damage. If the target is below 50% health, they will be instantly killed. Enemies that are executed by this attack have a 200% chance to drop a health orb, meaning they're guaranteed to drop 2 orbs, and a 50% chance to drop an energy orb. If you watched my short, you'll already know that this ability counts as a Mercy Kill if used on enemies that are open to Mercy finishes, meaning it can trigger Mercy Kill effects. This means it's actually worth considering what mods you have on your power zone. These are the mods that I chose to go with. It's not a game changer by any means, but it can be nice using these mods to supplement what is already a great ability. This ability is her bread and butter, you're going to be spamming this quite a lot, and seeing as it's her source of energy, and quite a good one at that, it's worthwhile making it as strong as possible. Moving on to her second ability, Webbed Embrace. This one's pretty straightforward. You throw out a web that when it hits a surface expands into a zone. Any enemies that enter the zone take toxin damage, become unable to move, and receive a 50% damage vulnerability. You can have 3 webs out at once. Like I said, pretty simple, but definitely effective. It's also worth noting that this is her Helminth ability, it just has slightly diminished range if given to another frame. Her third ability is Widow's Brood, and this is where these scuttlers come in. Casting this will have you throw out venom-laced darts that deal toxin damage and stagger enemies they hit, as well as marking them. If an enemy dies while marked, a scuttler will spawn from their corpse. The scuttlers will spread out and attack nearby enemies, and their attacks have guaranteed toxin and impact status effects. Each scuttler has a lifespan of 45 seconds by default. They slowly drain health over that duration, similarly to Necrosis Shadows, and you can have a maximum of 10 at any given time. And finally, we have Silken Stride, her fourth ability. Upon casting, you unfurl your spider legs to stride around the battlefield on. With this ability active, you become immune to status effects, increase your maximum health, gain movement speed and parkour velocity, as well as imbuing your weapons with toxin damage, which is doubled while wall latching. Also, any enemies that you kill while in this form will explode in a small toxin AoE. This is a channeled ability, so it will drain energy over time, but the drain can easily be offset with frequent use of her first ability. Oh yeah, also, while in this form, you get to do your best Spider-Man impression because your dash is replaced with a web sling that will pull you towards the surface it hits, and you will latch onto that surface for an infinite duration. I'm sure Loki mains are punching the air right now. So there you have it, that is Oraxia. She's pretty fun, I really like her kit, and it's pretty strong as well. Now let's take a look at some of her builds. I've made 2 builds so far. This first one focuses mainly on her scuttlers. You can see I've got Summoner's Wrath to bump up their damage, as well as Arcane Camisado to make them a little bit faster. They're constantly attacking, so you're going to have the 60% strength from this most of the time. I've also got Arcane Crepuscular to make her passive just that little bit more potent. Archon Continuity is a no-brainer here, as all of her abilities do toxin damage. Aside from that, we've got a lot of strength, as she really loves strength. It does mean we have negative efficiency, but we generate so many health orbs from her wand, so it's nothing that some equilibrium shards can't fix. This second build leans more into the health tanking side of her. I've subsumed off her spiders in favour of parasitic armour. You do get a lot of health with this build, just under 15,000 after the arcanes are stacked up, but her shields and armour are pretty low, and it's not much use having all that health if you don't have something to protect it. For shards, I've gone with 2 equilibrium as I mentioned earlier, and 3 toxin damage. I did mess around with the other green shard effects, mainly the corrosive based ones, but they just didn't seem to be as consistent as the increased toxin damage, so this is what I landed on. Thank you for watching, please leave a like if you enjoyed. What are your thoughts on Oraxia? How have you been playing her? I stream Warframe and other games on Twitch, so be sure to follow me over there and join my Discord so you'll know when I've gone live. Links to both are in the description. Cheers!